and welcome back to Studio Tamera, the mystical paintress. Today, we're headed to paint with the Michigan Plein Air Painters outside in the field. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're not going to believe the cool stuff we're going to see. It is June, and it's 52 degrees, June 17th, and I am wearing a scarf and my Carhartt vest. I woke up and I was freezing. Also, I recommend wearing a hat. Get a hat, wear a hat. Get a shade buddy, which is an umbrella that goes on the ground that will protect your palette and your painting from the sun's ray. Good morning. Good morning, guys. I just gotta watch my eyeballs. Wait, you're being rude.
Intimidating.
Oh, okay.
They come with swords.
Good baby.
Pokers.
Yeah.
Right? Good morning, Pat.
Hmm?
Good morning.
Morning.
That's really cool. You can't be afraid of them.
No.
If you're afraid of them, they're gonna know it and they're gonna attack you.
We did a walk and I parked on a bench one day and I was just sitting there and just literally out of the corner of my eye there was
Wow,
this
that's
head,
my finger.
and I'm like,
That's my finger.
oh yeah.
They come up to see what's in your
bag. You got any
Yes,
goodies
Shadow of the Plein Air Painter. So I'm hiking out into the unknown and I'm carrying everything on my shoulders. Beautiful. So my new mantra to all of you is, you can paint. You can. What a beautiful morning. The heron rookery. This is where at the island where all the herons have their babies. Kensington, an unlimited source of wildlife and beauty. Really hard to decide what to paint with so many beautiful things around. Oh, that blue jay's beautiful. Hi, little friend. So beautiful. So when you first go out to plein air paint, you're going to feel overwhelmed. There's all this stuff to look at. There's these awesome critters everywhere that you want to hand feed, and it's a little overwhelming. The first thing you've got to do is look around and decide what is the story you want to tell in your painting. Do you want to tell the story of the lost path, the luscious waters, the family on the island? I like the geometric lines in the water. I think that's what we'll do. So first and foremost, I'm going to get out my little book where every week I put my little mini drawings of what I'm going to do. Then I have an idea for composition. Let me find one to show you. For example, you do a little drawing, then I have an idea what the painting is going to look like. So let's do that first. Come back here. Got my Soltex set up. Bird time is coming. You ready? As I mentioned in a lot of my videos, a viewfinder is an excellent way to figure out a painting composition. So I started with a very basic sketch. Beautiful. I have decided to do a vertical rather than a horizontal because I want a little more impact here. So I am just blocking this in with some sap green and some Gamsol. And I know it's not easy to see in the shade, but just blocking this scene here in. Trying to basically get an idea for what's in front of my eyes, and I'm constantly distracted with these adorable, happy little chipmunks. Okay. Notice the sky is darker and then it goes lighter to the horizon, so the water will mimic that. I'm going to get out a big brush. This is a 12 flat, and we are going to do some blue. The best way to do this is just mix a little cobalt and white here. Water always lays flat. You want this real thin because we're going to have to put all of this gobbledygook in here also. So we want it the most vibrant and darkest at the bottom. I love this Soltech so much. I am on location and I don't have a tripod or a film crew. So if I'm a little shaky, I apologize to the viewers, but I'm actually out here in the wild painting, so I'm not under the perfect conditions. This is just one of my random Saturdays where I go have fun with the painters. So darker on top means darker on the bottom because water's a mirror, it's reflecting. So the next thing that I'm seeing in here is a lot of this dark. So I'm just going to place it in. And the old cliche that I use quite a bit, just paint what you see. So I've established the basic idea of this painting. So we are starting to get this general pattern down, just with the greens and the blues. Wow, look at that beautiful swan. She's so majestic. So perhaps rather than a heron, maybe we will put this majestic, beautiful swan in her painting. Look at that. Wow. Part of the joy of painting for me is the wildlife. To be this close and personal with their everyday. Oh, how beautiful. Beautiful. She might come see us. Oh goodness, she is coming to see us. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, this is a first. Hi. Beautiful. Wow, this is cool. Hello. It's not every day a swan comes to hang out while you're painting. This is certainly a first, quite unique. I've never had a wild swan come up and hang out with me while I'm painting. Pretty cool. Hi, honey. The joy of plein air painting. You can't get connections like this with many other hobbies. Okay, all these lovely distractions. My umbrella just blew inside out. This giant gorgeous swan just came up. Wow. I took the umbrella down to give you an idea of what it looks like when light is on your palette. It's easier for you probably to see the pictures, the image, but the reflection of the sun changes your colors. So generally, if you paint with the Shade Buddy, your painting's going to end up being lighter. If you paint in the bright sun, when you take it in, it'll be darker. So I just mixed some greens I wanted to put here across, back here. As this light green I see way back here. I'm not gonna lie, it's super duper, super cool to have a wild swan chilling with me while I'm painting. It's to first. Oh, the blue jays are getting a little more vocal. So I'm going to squint and put some greens in here for these lovely lily pads where we probably have all kinds of fantastic wildlife living under them. Notice how I'm just kind of turning the brush. Now, this is not like painting a portrait of a person or any of that. It doesn't have to be exact. You just gotta squint, kind of paint what you see. I know I say that all the time, but that's really all you do. Ooh. See some of the plein air painting issues there. The umbrella just blew off. Not everybody gets to plein air paint with the swan. Hey, baby. We're gonna get some blue jays. Hi, baby. He's just hanging out with me. So now I'm looking at the colors in the background here, and I'm seeing these little grasses that you just want to suggest with very tiny lines because they're so far away. If you make them too big, you won't be able, if you make them too big, they won't look correct. I'm doing these far off grasses and whatnot, and you have to do them very small. If you do them too big, they won't look correct. Just want to look out, squint, suggest things. Oh boy, I hope my umbrella doesn't blow away. Hope this swan. Hi, baby. Look at how beautiful. I took the umbrella down to show you how beautiful this is. This is priceless. I have to apologize in advance about this video because I realize it's very sporadic and scattered and hard to follow. And it's been quite a unique day, and it's very exciting when you have, you know, a wild swan come to visit, and among all the other amazing things. So, yeah, it was quite an eventful moment there. And there she goes, off she goes back to wherever she wants to go. See you later. I'm seeing some real darks back here in these trees, so you just gotta suggest them in. And then these dark reflections, we want to put them. This would be the skeleton. This is the basic underpainting here. When you paint, you have to learn to see, and you could see out here that there's a lot of reds too. I mixed some Viridian and some cad yellow light, and I'm gonna kind of just squint and look at these far trees, try and get a little bit of the colors in here of these. There's all different greens out there. Just using the side of my brush, and I'm kind of squinting and just looking out there. If it's too yellow, add a little more green. Too green, add more yellow. Too dark, you can add a little white. Too light, you can add a little purple. So now I'm going to come in and put a little bit of cobalt blue on my brush and feather some of this in a little. Now I'm just gonna take just the brush with no paint and break these edges because these trees are so far away. Even though your mind tells you to paint them in, you don't want to paint them in. If you paint them all in, it won't look real because they're very far away. So you just want to break the hard edges, kind of suggest a few things here. Listen to my little blue jays. I love them. We have some friends here with us. Oh boy. Got a little war over the seeds. What a beautiful day. Hi, Chippy. Here. Look what I got. Oh, I'm just putting in a few lights here and there in the background. Just touching the brush. Here and there. There. So I have a pretty good back tree line. I have a nice dark in the water. Now we're going to brighten this all up. I got out the palette knife. I'm going to take a little bit of Naples and a little white. Oh, I got too much green in there, so that happens. So maybe I'll just use straight Naples. And what I want to do here is hit this edge. Oh, it's hard to focus. Hit this edge where these grasses are. So here we go. Just suggesting a little highlight here, a little bit there. I don't want to overdo one area. Just want to start to get a little feeling of depth. I have a little bit of ochre on here, and I'm just going to put a few little, as we continue to paint. Now we have a family of Canadian geese coming to visit. So I'm adding a little lilac into the sky, just to soften this some, a little bit down below. So this is feeling a little bit overworked already, but I've decided I just need to get some of these like orangey kind of floating cool things in here. Not really sure what this is, but we got to get it in here. It's just a little bit too dark right now and a little bit too gloomy. We're going to lighten it up a little bit. Put a little bit of this in there, mostly because it's there. So I took the Shade Buddy down, and I've been just doing a few little details for fun. Let me get this up out of the shade. So here you get a good idea. It's not bad. I think I want to do a horizontal when I get home and put a swan in there. And then everybody asks me when I go home, do I paint anymore? The answer is no. I stop, I keep it fresh with what I did in the field, sign it, and I'm done. Thanks for tuning into my show today. Don't forget my videos are available on YouTube, Studio Tamera. My paintings are on Etsy, Studio Tamera. My book is on Amazon, and come and paint with me next time. It's going to be a lot of fun. Paint on.